Sorry, what?
You feeling all right? You know, missed a practice the other day.
Oh yeah, so I came down with the flu, so I've been out the last couple of days. Just got back today. Just trying to, build it back up. Slowly get back into it. Still a little low energy, but I'm definitely getting my strength back. So I didn't have COVID. It was just a flu, so we're all good.
But it does change things. People, you say you're like,
oh yeah,
reaction is way different.
Yeah. No, like after Wednesday's practice, like I felt like I just got hit by a train. I'm like, man, I knew it was a hard practice, but I didn't think that my body would feel like that already after 4 or 5 practices. So I thought I was dehydrated, so I just got a IV. I drank some fluids, and then I felt a little better. Then the next morning, I couldn't get out of bed, so I knew something was up. Came here, tested COVID, negative. They took me to the hospital, and then that's when they found out that I had the flu. So, but yeah, I had COVID last year. I felt worse this year than I did last year, so I was a little concerned. But all good though.
This was not the practice session to try to feel like you got your energy.
No, I came out, had a little pep in my step, and then we went through individual. I was like, man, I'm not as ready as I thought I was. Every rep felt like I took 4 or 5 in a row, but just good to be back out here. Good to be able to get the reps and just be around mentally be around it and just keep learning and keep learning the offense and getting myself up to speed.
I know you guys haven't even gone through one install yet, but have you gotten a feel for any changes in your role? I know you were talking about hoping to be involved in the passing game and things like that.
Yeah, I think right now it's just they're trying to get everybody as many reps as they can, just to kind of see what they can do. There's some days where I'll just take the Y role, and then like days like today and the other day, I was taking a lot of F. So I think they're just trying to get everybody as many reps as they can. Just to kind of see what they can do, and I'm sure they have a role, mapped out for me. But I think they just want to see what I can do on the field, and then just see how quickly I can pick up the offense. So,
how did the challenges of training at Rocky Mountain altitude compare to swamp humidity?
I mean, it's definitely. Now I was in Denver in the summer, so I was training there, and I think it definitely helps to a certain degree. But the humidity is a different animal. I mean, you come down here and it's just heavy air, and it probably took me a few days to get acclimated to it. But once I did, I felt like my lungs were good, and I felt like my energy was good. But it was just like my muscles were just kind of getting fatigued, and so I felt like I kind of built that up, and then I got sick, so now I got to go through that again, build that back up again. But I think I acclimated pretty well to it.
What have you seen from Adam Trautman in meetings?
A lot of maturity for a second-year guy. Someone who seems like he's ready to take that leap. From year one, he can do a lot on the field. He's a great blocker. We all know that. He was one of the best blockers last year from PFF or whatever. And then obviously he's a threat in the pass game. So, I'm excited to play with him. I'm excited to be on the field with him at the same time and just do that 12 personnel stuff. And I think both of us can do really good things on the field together. And I'm just excited to have someone like that to play with in the same room.
Was it a little frustrating? Went to wake up kind of not feeling well. Practice prior. It's a long practice, but maybe this is the opinion. A couple of false starts, maybe not too best overall, but to not be able to get right back out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that those false starts was, I think there was a few practices before it happened. I think I did have one that day, but I think aside from that, that was my best practice. I felt like I finally got a good grasp of the offense. Like I wasn't second guessing myself as I was lining up. Like I knew exactly what I had to do when I heard the play call. And I was just playing free, and that was my best practice. I was making plays in the pass game, made some good blocks. So that was the biggest thing, just me getting a good grasp for the offense and the playbook, and just diving my face into it and just trying to get up the speed. And then
I'm just curious because a typical kid, you might have a solid one, or you're always going to follow that kid.
Yeah.
Now it's 50-50. The cadences from Jamison to are pretty similar, pretty different.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're pretty similar, I'd say. The thing I had to learn here is that, the linemen get a good jump on the cadence, So there's a lot of times where I feel like I was really slow off the ball. And so that was like kind of always my big focus going into each practice. Like, okay, I'm just gonna fire up the ball when I can. But you know, as you saw, there was times where I was so loaded up that like any bit of trigger was like getting me to, you know, jump off. I was getting too excited, so I kind of had to find that little medium. So I finally got used to that, and just, you know, like I said, just getting more comfortable with it, and just finally playing free.
Thanks, Nick.
Appreciate it, guys.